Hey, welcome to a special edition of Race Central TV. You know who I am. I'm motorsports insider Kurt Hansen. Hey, we blew out of our Scottsdale, Arizona digs. My God, it's 100 and something degrees to come back to Denver, Colorado. We're here in Denver to shoot a very special edition of Race Central TV. I know I say that a lot, but we had a chance to catch up with a Coloradan and former Indy 500 champion, Mr. Buddy Lazier. His son Flynn, now in the world of motorsports, very influential is his dad in Flynn's deal. Also, Fernando Alonso this year at the Brickyard. I've known Buddy for a lot of years, and he's very candid and says some things that are, well, pretty much the way we do things, pretty much off the hook. But I have to thank these guys, our special friends at Catch It in Time, for helping make this show possible. As they put this thing together very quickly, when IndyCar called and said, hey, let's do a Buddy Lazier piece, well, Keith Singer and his gang, they were at the ready with cameras and ready to go. Quaker Steak and Lube is the spot. It's Buddy Lazier. It's the Indy 500. And you know, they had a pretty good car this year. Some people thought that maybe even a top 10 car at this year's 101st running of the greatest spectacle in racing. Catch It in Time. They're our friends for this one, because boy did they help out. And our new website, same old address, but phenomenal new site. More interactive, more videos, more of everything at racecentralmedia.com. So for Catch It in Time and our good friends over there and everybody at racecentralmedia.com, it's a special edition on the Race Central Television Network. Racecentralmedia.com is the place, and we're going to get it on right now.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
Call 1-800-296-1209. That's 1-800-296-1209.
If you've got a battle with the IRS, you can't afford to have a lamb help you. You need a tiger on your side. Tax Tiger, a faith-based company operating with integrity and wisdom to help you battle and settle your IRS debt and treat you with respect. When you hire the Tax Tiger, you get results. We don't take no for an answer. It's not in our playbook. Combined, we've saved our clients millions of dollars in back taxes. Tax Tiger, real IRS tax savings results for real people just like you.
I managed to take a $40,000 debt to the IRS and turn it into a $20 settlement.
They don't take no for an answer. They don't back down with the IRS. It relieved me from the stress, the anxiety. It gave me freedom again.
And my compromise came to $1,452. Thank you, Jesus.
The Tax Tiger was founded with Christian values to help people just like you. If you've got an IRS problem, let us help you. Call now for a 100% free consultation.
Hey, you're watching Race Central TV right here on the premier home for motorsports. And follow us, Facebook, that's Kurt Hansen's Race Central TV, Kurt Hansen's Race Central Media. Again, follow the theme here. on Twitter at Race Central. And for all of our great friends down in the Valley of the Sun, Race Central AZ. And, you know, for the radio folks, go to racecentralmedia.com. Find out about all of our radio partners and our new programming in Arizona at racecentralmedia.com. This is the art of live television, so it's a special edition of Race Central TV. You folks over there can just sit and watch. I'm motorsports insider Kurt Hansen. I'm here with fellow Coloradan Buddy Lazier, the winner of the 1996 Indy 500. And boy, what an Indy 500 it was. I watched two sets. My friend Jimmy Vasser win at Michigan for the other series, and Buddy drive maybe some of the most exciting laps I have ever seen at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I woke up this morning, I actually took a shower with a Delta faucet. How's that, buddy?
There you go. Yeah, they were longtime sponsors. And, you know, all of us racers and race fans, we support those that support us.
You really have to. Buddy is back again. He's in the field strong. We were just talking off camera, some secret stuff that we really can't tell all of you right now. But by the time this airs on Race Central TV, we'll know how Buddy Lazier and his team did do. Right now, we're gonna take artistic license with the facts. Short time in the car, not even really, I mean, there's driving up to the gear, but that's not a problem. You don't even have the right gears right now. You still got a long ways to go. You got a carb day, per se, to really get it sorted out, but you're in the field strong, and you got a much better package than I think a lot of people know.
No doubt. I mean, this is my 20th Indy 500. Somebody, I think Donald Davison, came over and said, you know, there's only 8 people that have ever run the Indy 500 more than 20 times. So, you know, and so as I go, I have a lot of experience. I mean, everybody, 32 car field started on Monday morning. And of course they ran there 6 hours a day all through the week. We started on Friday, got 30 laps on Friday, and went and qualified on Saturday. And those were because of circumstances that were outside of our control. We had some issues with the race car, getting it assembled. Our deal came together late. But then really, you know, we just said, well, what are we going to do? Are we going to sort of gamble with qualifying? So instead, we just kept working on our race setup, because we're here to race, you know. When you have a late start, you're not going to try to run for the top, you know, the top 9, right, fast 9 or anything. So we were pleased with the way qualifying went. 2:23s, all within a 1/10 of a second. Then on Monday, which is a new practice they do at Indianapolis, everybody goes out from noon to 4, and you do race setups, full tank running. We did that yesterday. We did, you know, our gearbox guy wasn't in that day, so we literally weren't able to change gears, and we weren't even in the right gear. We were outside the gears with the downforce. But, you know, it's again when that experience comes in, because even though we didn't have the gear, we weren't running the speeds, we were still able to do our work to have a race car. So actually, I think we're going to have a pretty darn good race car for such a late start. And yeah, I think we'll surprise some people. We're pretty good. We're outside row 10. You know, a lot can happen in 500 miles.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. As we're sitting here with Buddy Lazier, we're here at Quaker Steak and Lube in Westminster, Colorado, if you all want to know, kind of obviously a gearhead place. When you think about the race, yes, long race, a lot of things can happen. Speeds come down. If you can come up just a little bit, and you're going to race at probably 223, 224, 225, that's where the race is going to be run. They're going to come back a little bit. Theoretically, with a little bit of luck, I mean, I read something the other day that don't be surprised if Buddy Lazier is in the top 10.
Well, and I think that's not a possibility, and that's not easy. Even being in the field with 1 day's practice. I'm sorry, it's not doable, you know. But we're able to do it with a lot of veterans around us and with me, and I've been there enough that I have the miles that I can just pull that off. Obviously, it's not the way you want to do it year in and year out. So, you know, already next year we're working on the 2018 program. We already have a commitment for a spare car. So our program's about to step up big. There's new aero kits coming for next year. I believe that will put us back to the track record. The last time they were able to say, and it's a new track record, you know, was in 1996, the year I won. So now that the speeds are going to go back to that level, the cars are light years safer than they were 20, 21 years ago. I want to be there and I want to play hard. And so we're going to start bringing cannons to the speedway again, you know. And but no, I'm very pleased about being in this year. we're able to build our program. It was difficult. I have to say, I have some people to thank for that. I mean,
absolutely. Let's talk about those people for a moment. Because how did that relationship start? Did they come to you and say, "Hey, we'd like to be part of the Indy 500 this year.
Well,
you're a great story. We want to be part of that story."
Yeah, and what happens is, so you're a race driver, you're a race team, you're approaching your sponsors, and really it's very sponsorship dependent. And
no dough, no go, as we like to say.
No go, no go. So we were making our regular rounds, trying to call people that are partners and folks that help us. It's Lazier Partners. We have a lot of partners, but a guy by the name of Jeff Teagues, who's the Pacers guard, and the sponsor is called the Factory at D1. This guy's a starting world-class basketball player. And everybody in Indiana loves it because, let me tell you something, if you got the Indy 500 and you got basketball in one story, which is sort of
and
unheard
St. Elmo's. There's 3 things to do in Indy. Go to the 500, go to a Pacers game, and go to St. Elmo's.
Yeah. I mean, now he's a free agent. He's only had a little bit of time to be out at the racetrack. But what we're doing is we're promoting the Factory at D1. D1 is these sports facilities. He started one in Indianapolis. Guys like Peyton Manning have them. And it's a 33,000 square foot training facility where, number one, he can train in between contracts. Guys that are trying to get into college and have scholarships train, they do physical therapy. It's basically, and I'm all about physical fitness. That's one of the reasons that here I am 20 some odd years later still racing cars. So it was a really nice fit. It's a great family. His father, his younger brother is an NBA guy. He's trying out he told me he tried out with the Bulls and a bunch of others. So it's pretty cool to be part of a sports family, a training facility, promoting it, the Factory D1, and they really came in and sort of allowed this month to happen for us. So we're very appreciative.
Got to have those people. Buddy and I have known each other. Every time we see each other, we try to trace it back. And maybe it's because we're getting older, the back goes farther, but I think it's from back in the 80s somewhere. But when you walked in today, I went, wow. That has to be a huge part of the experience, the knowledge, the skill, all the pieces that go in to allowing you to literally arrive and drive. Is it, as you said, hey, I got to be in shape. So, a lot of people, when I was a ski racer, they ski their way into shape. Well, that's not the way to do it. You got to show up in shape and then go to the next level. It's like we say in racing, you got to unload fast. Well, you are unloading fast because your platform is already ready to go.
Well, and I that's another thing we have in common. I was a ski racer.
I know
My
you were.
son's a ski racer and has moved on to motorsport.
Yep.
There's a lot of things about ski racing at a high level, the momentum, the lines that apply to motorsports. Teo Fabi was a ski racer, and he's one of the few guys that are IndyCar, Formula One level that he and I sat down where I'm like, can you believe how much the ski racing has helped us? He's like, absolutely. Finally, we both met somebody who knew that, and it's a very good way to train as a young man to be a racing driver. A lot of the same skills are sort of interwoven in your fiber about momentum. And but no, Indianapolis is a very special place. You really, you don't want to go there and be huffing and puffing, and it's very physically tolling on the body. I once was the youngest driver by 7 years.
Now you're the oldest guy.
Now
in the
I'm
field.
the oldest guy. So,
Yeah.
and I don't plan on stopping just yet. So that means a commitment outside of racing in the off season. That means training hard, and it's something that I would do whether I was motor racing or not. I came back the year that I won the Indy 500 from breaking my back in some 40 places.
In Phoenix on the old dog leg. I was there.
Yeah, and it was a 99.6 G impact, and it wasn't so much those Gs, but the duration of the Gs. And at that time, that was the highest duration, highest impact ever survived. And I didn't even have a seat in the car because I'd sit on reg so I could feel the bottom of the car and feel all the little
Same way I
movement.
do. I sit right at the bottom of my tub.
And unfortunately, those cars, they had no diffusers. The gearbox went right into the crankshaft. That went right into the lower back. And it really, I lost almost 2 inches instantly. And that was a hard thing to recover from. But we came back, and I just wanted to make the race. And then we just wanted to finish the race, and the race unfolded just right, and we won it. And so, you're not able to come back from things like that fast if you don't go into that being in really good shape. So it helps you in every way you can imagine.
Well, especially when I was announcing for World Challenge just a few weeks ago in Virginia, 90 degrees outside, 86% humidity, and we were dragging 20-year-old kids out of cars, throwing them on stretchers and putting IVs in their arm. I mean, It is, and once that personal hard drive starts to kind of melt down and the heat starts to set in, and then you get the claustrophobia, it's almost impossible. And you're out there for 3 hours. I don't know what the weather forecast is for this year, but it's Indy. It could snow the day before and then be 100 something.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the forecast for this year? Anyway?
I think we're all trying to determine that,
right.
and it's Indianapolis in May, and God only knows, but most likely to be somewhere between 70 and mid 90s. And it's not even so much the ambient temperature, it's the track temperature. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Even the smallest barometric pressure change requires an engineering adjustment on the race car. So, it's part of Indianapolis is the cars are set up to the to the 100th of a millimeter, and the smallest of changes. We're all out there trying to win the biggest spectacle in racing. It's the biggest single day event in sports year after year. It's a very special place, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it again.
No doubt about that. We're going to take a pause here real quick. The live stream, we're going to keep going, but as we are shooting this for TV, we're going to take a pause here because that's where we put in the commercial breaks. So give us about 10 seconds. He'll catch his breath. I'll go comb my hair and do a little weightlifting in the interim. So we'll be right back.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we could promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for Viagra, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call 800-678-6180 and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in an unmarked package. Call us right now. 800-678-6180. 800-678-6180. 800-678-6180.
It's Alan with Machine Gun Tours. Today we're in Fort Garland, Colorado with our friends Wit Machine. We're actually going to be checking out some of their new integrally suppressed options for the Ruger Precision Rifle. And what I've got here is their 20-inch Ruger Precision Rifle that's integrally suppressed. It started out life as a 20-inch rifle. What they've done is added an 8-inch monocore, making the barrel overall length 28 inches. It's got a titanium sleeve over it and a stainless steel monocore. What we're going to do today is we're going to shoot some supersonic ammo, and then I've got a couple of rounds of Engel Ballistics 188 grain subsonic, and we're going to try that out today. And let's see how quiet this baby is. All right, here we have the Wit Machine integrally suppressed Ruger Precision 308 rifle. I've got a magazine currently loaded on top with 2 rounds of the 168 grain gold medal match. The first 2 rounds are the gold medal match. The last 2 rounds are going to be Engel Ballistics 180 grain subsonic. That's pretty quiet. Even quieter. All right, let's see what the subsonic does. Oh, that's so loud. Let's see if I can quiet it down a little more. Here we go. That is crazy quiet.
Oh, hey, you're watching a very special edition of Race Central TV here on the Race Central Television Network. It's me, Buddy Lazier. We're talking Indy 500, and join us on our phenomenal new site. Same old address, racecentralmedia.com, but great new site with all kinds of interactive stuff. Stick around right here. More of me and Buddy Lazier after this.
The focus is real. The passion, authentic. At TNT Customs, we're creating Jeeps that define who drives them. Because if you're not pushing the limits, then why push at all? There is a road in front of us all. The only difference? is the destination. So grab your bag, buckle in, and get out there. Use the coupon code and save, and let's master your terrain.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
Call 1-800-296-1209. That's 1-800-296-1209.
So we're back. It's here at Quaker Steak and Lube. I'm here with fellow Coloradan Buddy Lazier, your 1996 winner of the greatest spectacle in racing, which I still think it is. I get goosebumps. I watched two. I got the double bonus that year. He was a little busy turning big boy. That last 5 laps that year, weren't you guys racing at like almost 2:30 or something? It was crazy. Davy Jones was up on your ass. I mean, it was a Donnybrook.
Yeah, no, we were running laps well over 2:30.
That's
I think we were in the 2:36 range and
yes, yeah.
2:52 down the straightaway, wide open. You know, if you have a chance to win the Indianapolis 500 and you're at the latter parts of the race, it's, you know, you're everything. If you have a shot, you know, you got to give it everything. And yeah, that was, and then we have yet to reach those speeds again because the rules changed.
Right.
Cars slowed down. We're only now starting to approach that again.
I forgot, it was 2:35, 2:36, and it was you, Davey, and I think there were one or two
Ari,
and it was literally every lap.
Yeah.
And I've been told it's like driving a race car into the eye of a needle at those speeds. And if you're tired, the car is probably a little tired. Those were old generation kart cars with Cosworths. I mean, it was a whole different deal.
They were a year. They basically took the year before kart cars, and then they actually continued to develop them. So they were pretty state of the art for the time. I mean, at those speeds, and we haven't ever reached them again. I think the reality is they were very quick, had a lot of horsepower, a lot of downforce. But they weren't as safe as they are today, which is the big thing.
No doubt. You had some other folks
well,
that you need to talk about because that's what it's all about.
Indianapolis is a special place, and if it wasn't for the folks that help support Lazier Partners Racing, a company named Stockit, which is cornboard. When we go to Indianapolis this year, we're actually, and there's no reason why we have to do it except that we like the fact that we can do it. We're offsetting all of our carbon footprint. Because Stockit, which is a cornboard, actually they have the patent and they make things out of cornboard. It's done with a press and resin, and this stuff is so hot that everybody in the world is wanting it. Every time they pull it out, they're making pallets out of it. They're making all kinds of things out of it. They're making furniture out of it. It's a really cool company, and that's why you'll see Stockit. And they've been with me for a couple of years, and it's a company that's growing. Motorsports is a great way for them to promote their brand and do business to business. And of course, I always want to talk about when we're in the off season, all the racers know where to go. They all come up to ski in Vail, Colorado, and stay at the family hotel called the Tivoli Lodge. #1 hotel in Colorado on TripAdvisor for 6 straight years. And we can always talk about racing and go skiing. You can ski right into the back. And obviously the Tivoli Lodge is always a sponsor on my race car.
Why wouldn't it be? We got about 2 minutes left here with Buddy Lazier. Real quick, Flynn's reaction coming into the Speedway the first time with you with about a minute to go, Buddy Lazier.
I don't think he even said a word. Just awesome. You know, he's just you know, looking around, and I mean, the words don't. There's nothing you can say. And one thing is, he's spent the night at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway many nights because as a young 4 or 5-year-old, we used to stay in the motorhome all the month of May. So he's been around Indianapolis quite a bit. My son, we're talking about, who's obviously up and racing and just got his international FIA license and is doing quite well, winning a lot of races. And it's pretty cool because race driving, there's a lot of, it's sort of like a craft, and there are some hard-earned special techniques that you're not just going to hand down to anybody, but of course you hand down to your son. And I think that's why you see a lot of father-son, grandson racing, because you pass on the craft if you can.
So before we wrap up, we've got a good friend of ours here, Keith Docterman, who's a big fan of yours, fellow Coloradan racer, and he wants you to sign on live streaming and on Race Central TV on your page the special book from the 100th running of the Indy 500, which was just last year. 101st is this year. You're watching the special edition of Race Central TV here on Facebook Live with Buddy Lazier, and we're here at Quaker Steak and Lube, and he's going to sign the book. Wow, it looks like you've done that a few times, Mr. Lazier, sir.
I'm surprised you haven't asked me about running with Alonso.
You know, we kind of want to make this a buddy thing, but maybe we'll do that off camera or maybe on Facebook Live.
Well, I can tell you, it's pretty cool running with an active Formula One driver, and he's done a hell of a job, and it's pretty cool being out there with him.
Good stuff. Well, that's going to put a wrap on this show. Buddy Lazier, the incomparable Buddy Lazier, 1996 Indy 500 winner. And as I said in the program, you probably heard in the interview, thought they had a pretty good car, but Buddy's going back next year. Here's the tidbit, here's the secret, here's the morsel. 2 cars next year for the Indy 500 and an actual program that will allow them to develop and test throughout the season coming up on the Indy 500. Now, I don't know if that means more oval races, but 2 cars next year at Indy and a real serious project for the year they'll be 2018 at the Brickyard. So that's going to put a wrap on this program. I'm Motorsports Insider Kurt Hansen. I want to thank our friends at Catch It in Time, but also visit our phenomenal new website. Same old address, racecentralmedia.com, but phenomenal new site. Need to thank our friends Nathan over at Crawl Zone, who's our partner in all of our off-road stuff. But racecentralmedia.com is the site. Join us on social media, like us on Facebook, Facebook/Kurt Hansen's Race Central TV and Race Central Media. And always tune us in Friday nights here on the Mile High Sports Radio, and always streaming around the globe at racecentralmedia.com. So for all of us here, I think I'll have a cold drink, and our friends at Catch It in Time. It's another great show in the books, and we'll see you next week.